If you want a helmet just like this, go with a green iron. The link is in the description down below and the comment section. They have all types of teams from NFL, NCAA. You can get you a mini helmet, replica helmet. You can get a custom helmet if you want to as well. And also use my promo code at checkout, PITSIN, to get yourself an extra discount. So go over there and shop now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. If you hear TV in the background, that's me watching, what's the name? I'm watching the old Super Bowls. I'm watching Super Bowl 21 with the Broncos and Giants. I was going through different Super Bowls like that and watching them like that. You know, that was a pretty good Super Bowl. The Giants, the Broncos. It was way before my time, of course, way before my time. But just watching those, the defense the Giants had was just very, very good, very dominating. But I want to discuss, of course, the Hard Knocks episode that's when they came on like that, the in-season Hard Knocks, you know, the AFC North one. Entering the season, I was like, I don't know about the Hard Knocks thing, the cameras and stuff being around, you know, the team and stuff. I know the Steelers always declined the Hard Knocks stuff, but I guess this time it was more mandatory in a sense. And plus, since it's in season, I think it won't affect you too much. Like before the season started, all that stuff happening and going on. But I think it was very cool to see, though. We already know Coach Tomlin is amazing. Coach Tomlin is amazing individual out there. And, you know, like just the way he goes out there about business, it'll show you why he's a legend and why he's been so consistently at winning. And I know people gonna say, well, what about the playoffs? What about the playoff games? I'm like, of course they won a playoff game in quite some time, you know, like 7-8 years like that. So it's been a little while since we won a playoff game. But to be consistently putting your team in the playoffs over and over is very impressive, especially when your quarterback was declining. You know, Big Ben was declining a little bit after that big severe injury he happened to his elbow, and also just like keeping your team around afloat when you're trying to, like, you were rebuilding, because like the one year we had Mr. Trubisky, we was rebuilding that year, and then we had Kenny Pickett, we was still rebuilding that year, and still be very competitive, and still lead your team to the playoffs. Last year, 3 different quarterbacks went 10-7 and still got in the playoffs, and we was one play away in that playoff game that maybe tied up versus the Bills as well. Mason Rudolph threw an interception in the end zone, and then you look at at one point in the game it was 17-24, one-score game, and the Steelers, you know, didn't get a stop against the Bills. Bills scored, and you know the rest is what it is like that. But at some points in that game, the Steelers had opportunities to try to, like, maybe keep that game close. Same thing versus the Chiefs when the Steelers got there at 9-7-1. TJ Watt did the scoop and score. The Steelers struck first, and it was up 7-0. The defense was doing everything they can to keep the game close, but the offense just couldn't score. So the only playoff game I would probably blame Coach Tomlin mostly on is the Jaguars one, because the defense is not prepared at all. The Jaguars game, that right there was one of the craziest games. The offense scored a lot of points, but the defense is not prepared at all like that. We went out there and stunk it up. Couldn't stop anybody, couldn't get anything going or anything done out there. Mike Mitchell got torched. Everybody got torched out there. It was getting beat. Artie Burns, everybody. So that's probably the only game I put like majority of the blame on him is that game probably. But besides that, Coach Tomlin been doing a phenomenal job. 18 years. You know how hard it is to win this league, how hard it is to win, and how hard it is to motivate players too as well, because the coach can't want it more than you. So Coach Tomlin does a good way, has a good way of going about motivating the players. He say certain things to get guys going. He know how to talk to each individual, and some coaches can't do that. Now look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson with the Broncos. He had Daniel Hackett, who did not deserve to be a head coach. Had Daniel Hackett as a head coach with the Broncos. The only reason they brought him in because they thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be able to get traded to them, so they have him as the head coach and Aaron Rodgers is buddy and stuff. But he was the head coach, and Russell Wilson was there. That first year didn't go so well. Then Sean Payton came in, and Sean Payton more military style. I think he was under the coaching tree of Bill Parcells, right? So more militant style type coaching, of course. And you know, not everybody can resonate with that. You just cussing them out and berating them over and over like that. And some guys, and some coaches don't know how to differentiate, like change that around and stuff, like mix it up. And they only know one way and one style. Coach Tomlin, Coach Reed, Coach Dan Campbell, Pete Carroll as well. Coach Pete Carroll and some other coaches as well around the league. They know how to switch it up. A true leader know how to talk to everybody. Like you treat everybody the same, but you treat everybody different. Everybody treat everybody fair, but different like that. You can't talk to this person the way you talk to this person because it won't resonate with them that way. I gotta be sentimental with this guy. I gotta joke with this guy. I gotta be serious with this guy. I gotta do this and stuff with this guy and this guy and that guy. Like that. A real coach know how to do that. And Coach Tomlin shows you that every time. Know how to talk to certain individuals, how to talk to certain people, know how to motivate them. Like the Nick Herbig thing was very cool. You know, he was on showing the Alex Highsmith stuff, how Alex Highsmith destroyed their last guy who they had over there, guarding the tackle they had. And they went out there and got Zeus, Orlando Brown, of course. You know, they went out there and spent some money and got that big time offensive tackle, Orlando Brown. Brought him in, and then he was saying, like, hey, Herbig, this is your week. And he kept saying it throughout the week, kind of motivating them, saying, yeah, you know, Zeus is very good, and saying stuff like that, kind of like motivating them in a sense. And then Herbig made a big time play. Coach Tomlin called it right on there too, right on time. A big time play, getting the strip sack, he kind of seen it, sensed it coming, felt it coming, because the way Orlando Brown was kind of like, it was a few times Herbig almost got there a few times. He was like, okay, it's going to be this time right here. He got in there, made a big play, scooped the score at Peyton Wilson, and Coach Tomlin told him, he said, hey, he said, don't be surprised by it. You know, it's not a lightning strike where it happens once in a lifetime. He said, we know that you're capable and consistent enough to keep making these plays over and over. We've seen you do it multiple times. You got 4 forced fumbles, second in the NFL. And number 1 is TJ Watt with 5 forced fumbles. You guys, it's not lightning strikes. It's right here is what you guys do routinely. Make routine plays routinely. Coach Tomlin always says that all the time. So it's very cool to see that. And also him having the insight on different players. Like he said, Brown, he said, don't overshadow other players by focusing just on Burrow. He said that running back number 30, Brown, he said he can probably break one on us too as well if we don't focus and lock in. And what happened in that game? He broke one on us. He scored a touchdown as well. He had like a 45-yard run, had a big run out there, broke one on us, and had a pretty solid game, pretty good game. And Coach Tomlin called it. He was saying, hey, you got to lock in. So it was always very cool how Coach Tomlin went out there and just the insight he has, the way he motivates his players and stuff. It was very cool to see. So the first episode was nice. I like the first episode of the Hard Knocks thing. But yeah, Coach Tomlin is great. Coach Tomlin is great for TV. I think when it's all said and done, he'll probably move up in the Steelers probably organization, be a team president or something like that, a GM, because he's just very good at talking with people like that and bringing people in too, and people want to play for him. So maybe they keep him around the organization, but he definitely got to have a role on TV somewhere. Imagine they had like a talk show, late night talks with Tomlin or something, where he was talking like to different athletes about their journey and stuff. That would be very good too. But not right now. Maybe like 10 years from now. We need Coach Tomlin to stay coaching. You know, he's a very good coach. I want him to coach until the wheels fall off. Coach until you have no more left. But I think right now you got a lot left. I kept saying it before. I said, if Coach Tomlin get a competent quarterback, get a good quarterback who can go out there and make plays for him consistently. I ain't got to be an elite quarterback, but somebody who is good enough to be good most of the time. He's gonna go out there and show you what he truly has like that. And he finally got one. You know, Kenny Pickett was not the guy. When we first got drafted, we was like, okay, Kenny Pickett, okay, we was like, okay, we'll see how the things work out. Gave him a chance, see how things work out. I remember I had the reaction. I was like, yeah, okay, Kenny Pickett. I was surprised by them taking the quarterback that so high up like that. I was like, okay, we'll see how things go. And it didn't work out with that. Mr. Trubisky, Kevin Colbert kind of sabotaged us a little bit. You know, he signed Mr. Trubisky the first hour of free agency. He drafted Kenny Pickett, drafted all these guys, and then he retired. I'm like, you shouldn't be able to draft anybody. You retiring, let the other GM draft somebody. I think Omar Khan was the GM at the time. He would never drafted Kenny Pickett or signed Mr. Trubisky. He probably would went a different route, just roll with Mason Rudolph and be the bridge guy, and then he probably would have just went a different route of building that O-line, everything up. It would have been faster. But luckily, the process still happened, and everything still panned out very good. But yeah, that was my reason. I was like, hey, if Coach Tomlin get a good quarterback, and now he got Russell Wilson, it's gonna be very good to see how you go out there and handle things. And right now we're 9-3. Got a lot of football left too as well. We'll see what happens. Trying to win this division, get in the playoffs, and then get opportunity in the playoffs to win a playoff game, and then keep stacking them and see if we can make a big time run. And I also love how he had Justin Fields with them too as well, like walking around with them as well, and like just giving them insight and talk. Like seeing that made me think that they're gonna probably keep Justin Fields for the long run, like just giving them insights and just telling them all type of things. Russell Wilson and them, and Coach Tomlin just telling them different things, just talking to them like that. And I was like Uncle Iro when he had Zuko walking with them, he just telling them all these different sayings and stuff. It was kind of like that. So it's very cool to see him just give them all this like insight and knowledge of the game and stuff and aspect. And Justin Fields he used him a lot kind of in some of these games for like some rushing plays and stuff. It's still funny, the last play of the game versus the Bengals. I'm like, come on, Justin Fields gonna come in the game to run. Of course he's gonna keep the ball. Sometimes he don't keep the ball, but at that moment you knew he gonna keep the ball. Everybody in America knew he gonna keep the ball. But the Bengals decided to say, oh, you know what? The running back might get it. And they blitzed everybody into that one side, and Justin Fields kept the guy on the edge and made a big time play. So we'll see what happens with the end of the season with the contracts and stuff. But this team right here looks very special. Very special. The energy is high for this team. The way they motivate each other. It's a brotherhood, and I think we're gonna make a big time run. That's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. Let me know what you think about the first episode of the in-season Hard Knocks, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.